Hello guys, Aaron here. So Taiwan is a country in East Asia, but I'll explain this country. Taiwan, officially the Republic of China, is a country in East Asia. It shares maritime borders with the People's Republic of China (PRC) to the northwest, Japan to the northeast, and the Philippines to the south. The main island of Taiwan has an area of 35,000 square kilometers, with mountain ranges dominating the eastern two-thirds and plains in the western third, where it is highly urbanized population is concentrated. There are also small island clusters like Penghu, Lanyu, and Kenmin, a few kilometers from the Chinese mainland. The capital is Taipei, which, along with New Taipei and Keelung, forms the largest metropolitan area of Taiwan. Other major cities include Kaohsiung, Taichung, Tainan, and Taoyuan. With 23 million inhabitants, Taiwan is among the most densely populated countries in the world. Taiwan is a developed country, ranking 15th in GDP per capita. It is ranked highly in terms of political and civil liberties, education, healthcare, and human development. Notable places to visit are Taipei 101, the National Palace Museum, the Taroko Gorge, Alishan Scenic Mountain Range, Penghu, the Yangmingshan geysers, and Sun Moon Lake. There are several peaks over 3,500 meters, the highest being Yushan at 3,900 meters, making Taiwan the world's fourth highest island. The tectonic boundary that formed these ranges is still active, and the island experiences many earthquakes, a few of them highly destructive. There are also many active submarine volcanoes in the Taiwan Straits. The eastern mountains are heavily forested and home to a diverse range of wildlife, while land use in the western and northern lowlands is expensive. Taiwan lies in the Tropic of Cancer, and its general climate is marine tropical. The northern and central regions are subtropical, whereas the south is tropical and the mountainous regions are temperate. Due to climate change, the average temperature in Taiwan has risen 1.4 degrees Celsius in the last 100 years, which is twice of the worldwide temperature rise. The island of Taiwan lies in a complex tectonic area between the Yangtze Plate to the west and North Okinawa Plate on the northeast and the Philippine Mobile Belt on the east and south. The major seismic faults in Taiwan correspond to the various suture zones between the various terrains. These have produced major quakes throughout the history of the island. On 21 September 1999, a 7.3 earthquake, known as the 921 earthquake, killed more than 2,400 people. If there's one thing you have to take from Taiwan, it will be bubble tea. Bubble tea is a tea-based drink that originated in Taiwan in the early 1980s. It most commonly consists of black tea and milk, accompanied by chewy tapioca balls or boba, but it can be made with other toppings as well. In Taiwan, bubble tea has become more than a beverage, but an enduring icon of the culture and food history for the nation. In 2020, the date April 30 was officially declared as National Bubble Tea Day in Taiwan. The political and legal statuses of Taiwan are contentious issues. The People's Republic of China (PRC) claims that the Republic of China government is illegitimate, referring to it as the Taiwan Authority. The ROC as its own currency, widely said to pass were postage stamps, armed forces, and constitution with an independently elected president. It has not formally renounced its claim to the mainland, but ROC government publications have increasingly downplayed this historical claim. The ROC government reports that over 95% of the population is Han Taiwanese, of which the majority includes descendants of early Han Chinese immigrants who arrived in Taiwan in large numbers starting in the 18th century. Alternatively, the ethnic groups of Taiwan may be roughly divided into among the Hokkolo 17%, the Hakka 14%, the Waishingen 14%, and indigenous peoples 2%. Mandarin is the primary language used in business and education and is spoken by the vast majority of the population. Traditional Chinese is used as a writing system. The Republic of China does not have any legally designated official language, but Mandarin plays the role of the de facto official language. The Constitution of the Republic of China protects people's freedom of religion and the practices of belief. According to Pew Research, the religious composition of Taiwan in 2020 is estimated to be 43% folk religions, 21% Buddhist, 50% others, 13% unaffiliated, 5.8 percent Christian and 1% Muslim. The cultures of Taiwan are a hybrid blend from various sources incorporating elements of traditional Chinese culture, attributable to its historical and ancestral origin of the majority of its current residents. Japanese cultural influence, traditional Confucianist beliefs, and increasingly Western values. Taiwan has full diplomatic relations with 15 out of 193 United Nations member states, as well as the Holy See. Historically, the ROC has required its diplomatic allies to recognize it as the sole legitimate government of China, competing for exclusive use of the name China. But since the 1990s, its policy has changed to actively seeking dual recognition within the People's Republic of China. In addition to its relations, the ROC also maintains unofficial relations. In the 1970s, many countries switched diplomatic recognition from the ROC to the PRC, including the United States, Japan, and Canada. In October 1971, Resolution 2750 was passed by the UN General Assembly, expelling the representatives of Chiang Kai-shek and transferring China's seat on the Security Council and the PRC. Many attempts by the ROC to rejoin the UN had not made it past committee under the fierce PRC opposition and threatened vetoes. On less official terms, the ROC is involved in a complex dispute for control over the Spratly Islands with China, Malaysia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Brunei, and over the Paracel Islands, occupied by China, but claimed by Vietnam and by the ROC. The ROC also claims the Senkaku Islands, also known as Diaoyu, which are administered by Japan, so Taiwan is an interesting country in East Asia. That's the end of the video. Also subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss any videos. Also share this video to your friends so you can see it and they'll subscribe to me.